The boards a lot of times want to help. The managers sometimes, when they see something that is mentally or physically wrong, they want to assist, but they feel like their hands are tied because they don't want to cross the line and overstep.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on this HOAleader.com video chat with two of our experts. My name is Gabriella Falisco. Today, I'm joined by Elizabeth White of Virginia and Alessandra Stiebelman of Florida. And we're talking about how far you can go to help troubled owners and those who show age-related illness. The question arises from an HOAleader.com reader who has a bit of a background. The reader says, it's very hard to determine whether issues with people are just because of onset of dementia, sociopathic behavior, age-related crankiness. And our reader explains that 3 years ago, one of their most difficult owners decided he was withdrawing from the HOA. He stopped paying assessment fees. He sent insulting, accusing, disparaging emails to board members. He wanted meetings with the board and then he canceled. So it turns out later they found it out it was dementia. Um, and in the early stages here, our readers board contacted their HOA attorney to see what they could do, not knowing what was going on. And the attorney essentially said, don't do anything. You have to treat this owner as you would treat anyone else. Somebody found the owner collapsed on the bathroom floor after a wellness check by the local sheriff. And our reader again wanted to do something, contact the owner's family members. And again, the attorney said that wouldn't be appropriate. So our reader wants to know, is this answer all that there is? Is it really there not much you can do? So in this video, these two experts will discuss the challenges that aging in place is bringing to condos and HOAs. Then in our second video, Liz and Alessandra will cover whether they'd also recommend such a hands-off approach with their clients. So just a note, our experts are providing insights based on the laws and practices in their state. This information is intended to provide you general guidance you can use when you approach a lawyer in your state. So with that in mind, Liz, are you seeing this issue more and more?
Absolutely. It is not a foreign issue to us. It's something that we identified some 20 years ago, right? But we identified it as this is something that's going to happen more and more. And now what's happening is the baby boomers, right? We are we are now retiring in big numbers, and we're all coming of this elderliness status, which is defined as 55 or over. And most of us want to live in place. But for community associations, that really poses all sorts of challenges. And we've seen it. Alessandra and I both have seen it a lot, and we're seeing it more and more. We sort of have the perfect storm happening because we have all these baby boomers coming of age in terms of elderliness and infrastructure that's also aging. So definitely, and there are things that you can do proactively.
I agree. I mean, we're seeing it. It is a perfect storm, Liz. Ultimately, down here in Florida, with the changes as a result of Champlain, the additional requirements for condominiums, and the financial burden that comes with that, and then with the aging population, a lot of confusion as to who is responsible, a lot of allegations of fraud and mishandling, and then when you're dealing with communities that maybe the managers, most of the times, unfortunately, the managers and the board members don't have experience in how to deal with mental health issues. They're not even sure. They may not even see it as a mental health issue to begin with, which tends to escalate things. And unfortunately, that's what leads it to getting out of control. But we're seeing it more and more. And there are strategies that we recommend and practice guidelines in order to try to resolve some of the increase in issues.
All right, great. Thank you, Liz and Alessandra, for your quick takes on this topic. And listeners, thanks for joining us. We hope you'll join us again next month.